Newbury Street is one of my favorite places to come and relax after a long day or just come and relax on a free day. That's mostly because the ample amount of shopping, food, and other assorted needs can be met here. It's a really good place to come with your friends or even alone. One of my favorite places is actually right next to me here. It's Wen's Yunnan Noodle and Ramen. I've come here with friends, I've come here alone. It's a really good place if you have a hankering for ramen. They have some of the best ramen I've ever had in Boston, and to me, it's really good to relax some days with a good bowl of soup. It feels good. It calms you. It feels good it feels good for your mental health, and it's good for students to have a place where they feel comfortable. And for me, this is one of the places I feel makes me very comfortable. For me, working out is really important and one of the biggest ways to diffuse stress in my own life. So this is the BSC gym. It is it's quite large actually, and it's right down the street from the Weston. It's in close proximity to Northeastern's campus. It's only like a 10-15 minute walk away. It's the location's really good because it helps students get to a gym that is somewhat affordable, and it's a good and working out to relieve your stress. In my opinion, it's always been a really good way to work it out instead of other non-healthy alternative methods. While we do have access to Marino, the facilities in here I've personally seen are definitely much better. They offer classes, and they are overall more well equipped to deal with someone on an individual basis. Marino is more so if someone can work out on their own, but this is a good place to get a plan, a personal trainer, etc. This is the Press Cafe. It's located on Huntington Avenue. It's one of my favorite places to sit down and get a bite while I'm doing homework. They have free Wi-Fi, they have food inside, they have tables. It's overall a very comfortable and cozy atmosphere. I really do enjoy coming here when I have time to just sit down and pump out an essay or do a paper or a melody of other schoolwork for my sort of classes. It's open from very early to somewhat late till 10 p.m. And it's just a really good place to sit down, and I found myself coming here all the time when I don't want to go to the allocated study centers in the Weston, or when I want a bite to eat at like 8 and a bunch of places aren't open. It's just overall a really good place to just sit down, do my work, and yeah, I highly recommend you come here if you're ever hit a road. The reason I really like Press K for its mental health benefits is because for me, coming to a different place, changing my scenery really helps me get past writer's block and other obstacles I might be facing. The ability to just come here, sit down, get a drink, get a hot chocolate or something that will help refresh myself, clear my mind. It's really, honestly, a great experience, and I hope that everyone has a place that they can do that. Because for me, being able to change my scenery, being able to walk around, going somewhere, taking a break, it really decompresses me. It makes so I'm not stressed. So right now I'm sitting in the Christian Science Center, one of my favorite places to just come, sit down, and relax. To me, I really like it because the views you can get, for example, all the skyscrapers on the right side are very cool to look at, and it's cool seeing all the different styles of architecture from each skyscraper and each building. On the left here, however, there's actually like a medieval portion still being worked on. It's pretty cool. And yeah, it was the architecture itself. It's one of the coolest reasons to come and sit down. So if you ever are interested in that kind of topic, it's always fun to just come here, relax, and take a load off. But the reason I think this is most important for mental health is because I really like having a place where I can come, sit down, relax, and not really worry about anything. Just when it was like nicer, when we first came here, I would come here all the time and do my work because I really enjoy doing work in the outdoors. It's a really great sitting space to do your own work. And to me, this is one of the better experiences I had in college. Being able to come, sit down, just knock out homework, do personal work, etc. Yeah.
The next location we have picked is the Citizen Bank Opera House, located in downtown Crossing, which is just off of the Orange Line. Downtown Crossing has become a lively urban area in Boston that is known for its shopping centers. There's also a theater district which includes movie theaters and other theaters such as the Opera House. The next show that the Opera House will be putting up in January is Pretty Woman the Musical. This is an opportunity for students to go out into the city and explore and see shows such as this. As you can see, the designs inside the theater are very intricate, in tune with many theaters that you would see in New York on Broadway. Going to college in a city provides students with many unique opportunities that they would not have at other schools. The Citizen Bank Opera House is a place where students can come with their friends, their peers, or their family members to immerse themselves in theater in Boston. Since we are located so close to Chinatown, there is also many restaurants there that can be visited after going to the Opera House. This all contributes to a positive college students' mental health because it is a way for students to go out and off of campus and take a break from their academics, as well as meet people who enjoy similar excursions as them. The Opera House will constantly be changing shows, but the experiences will create lifelong memories and hopefully lifelong friends as well. The next location we have picked that contributes to positive college student mental health is the Boston Public Library, which is located just in the center of Copley. This is a wonderful place for students to visit, especially NUN students who are living in the Westin Hotel, as it is right next to the hotel. The Boston Public Library is not far from the Northeastern campus and can be reached through the Green Line at the Copley T-stop. The Boston Public Library is a great place for students to come and work and study in a quiet environment. As we all know, Snell can be very busy during certain parts of the day, and even on the quiet floors it can be a bit chatty. So the library is a great place to get a change of scenery and sit down and really focus on any studies that students have. It is also a great way to decompress and relax and just enjoy the beautiful architecture that's inside. I'll be going inside next to show the very beautiful library, but I don't want to disturb anyone by talking inside, so that'll just be a video. The next location that contributes to positive college student mental health is the Prudential Center. The Prudential Center is located at the Prudential stop off of the Green Line. It is a major shopping center near both hotels for NUN students. The Prudential Center offers a wide variety of stores and places that range from regular retail shops to also very high-end stores, as well as access to places such as Italy to get classic Italian dishes and other amazing restaurants. The Prudential Center is a great place in the middle of Boston to come and do a little retail therapy if you need to, as well as to come spend a nice afternoon with friends. There are many places such as Starbucks where you can go in and sit down and do some work in a different setting, which can be very beneficial to sort of clear your head and get fresh ideas. When the weather gets nicer, there are also spaces outside in the Prudential Center with benches and tables where students can go and sit and do some work, as well as socialize, all of which are extremely beneficial to keeping a positive mental health in a college student. Here's a look at the garden space that is in the middle of the Prudential Center where students can go and sit. It is currently closed for the season, but will be a wonderful place to sit in during the spring. This is the more high-end area of the Prudential Center. As you can see, they have started decorating for the season with very festive hanging stars, as well as Christmas trees and lights all around.
Located on 338 Newberry Street, there's lots of other things to do while you stop at the bookstore, like some retail therapy. The Trident is a great place to relax with a book and take a break and do some work. They have a delicious menu with lots of food, and there are many events from crafts with building things from mason jars to the fan favorite books of the workers there.
This is another great place to visit for your mental health. It's called the Boston Public Garden. It's full of greenery. As you can see around me, there's some weeping willows. And as we walk ahead, there's a beautiful bridge lit up that looks great at nighttime, as well as a nice pond that's full of ducks. Once we get closer, you'll see the ducks. This this is a great place to come and have a picnic with your friends, sit on one of those benches and talk. Just relieve some of your stress while you're in beautiful nature. See, here's the pond I was referring to, where there are often ducks in it that you can look at. I love to look at wildlife. I think it's a great mental health reliever. And also on my right, you can see the beautiful Boston skyline, which is a really great view. So there's lots of advantages of visiting Boston Public Gardens, as well as history, like this statue. So it's really a good place to take a break from the busy bustle of schoolwork and just give your mind some time to think in the quiet of the Boston Public Gardens. Now we are entering the Boston Commons, and this is the largest city park in all of America. It is full of people, as you can tell, but it's still quiet and a nice break from the city. That's good for your mental health. And it's full of greenery, which is always nice to look at, especially when winter comes and everything turns gray and people start to get seasonal depression. Come here and look at some of the greenery. Not to mention there's lots of dogs, and dogs are always a great outlet to relieve stress and just feel joy when you pet them. So there's tennis courts, ice skating, baseball, you name it. Lots of sports and things you can do to just have fun and forget whatever you're stressing and take a break. It's really a great place, along with some history that you can learn about, like the statues, and you also have, like the gardens, a great view of the skyline, and it's just a great place to be. There's also lots of stands that sell food, so if you want to get your favorite snack while taking a break for your mental health, you can. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's even singing. If you catch the Commons at a good time, you really get the full package. You might even see Santa, or even the Green Monster.